Remember when games used to just be games? Because if you played Roblox back in 2015, 2016, even 2017, you remember a completely different platform. Alright, so if you don't know me, quick intro. My name is Disclaimer. I'm a small content creator on YouTube, and I make these type of videos just for you guys. And real quick, if you enjoy these type of videos, you can subscribe. And if you want to talk to me or be in the future videos, just Discord is in the description. Now, that out of the way. Today, we're talking about something that's been slowly building up over time, but most people haven't really put it into words yet. It's not just one update. It's not just one feature change. It's the direction Roblox is heading in a whole. Because if you've been around the platform long enough, you probably feel it too. Something is different. Not necessarily in a bad way, but definitely in a noticeable way. Recently, we've seen a lot of changes stacking up at a time. Paid features becoming more common across different experiences. New Roblox-related systems becoming introduced into progressions. Age-based features changing how certain content is accessed. And even creators outside of Roblox being affected by how the platform is evolving. The important part is this: none of these changes feel huge on their own. That's why most people don't really question it. You see one update, you move on. You see another update, you adjust. When you step back and look at everything together, it starts forming a pattern. And that pattern is what this video is really about. Because whether people want to admit it or not, Roblox today is not the same platform it used to be. And it didn't change overnight. It changed slowly, piece by piece. If you think back to the older Roblox, there was a very specific feeling when you logged in. You didn't really have a plan. You just explored. You joined random games. Half of them made no sense. And that was a part of the fun. There wasn't really pressure. There wasn't a best way to play. You just experienced whatever you found. But now, if you compare that modern Roblox, things feel a lot more structured, a lot more intentional. Games feel designed around keeping you inside a system rather than just letting you explore freely. And that shift alone changes the entire experience without people really noticing it at first. A lot of modern Roblox games aren't just enough games anymore. There's systems built around engagements. You start to notice patterns like daily rewards that push you to return every day, progressions, systems that are always slightly stretched out, timers that slow down your progressions unless you come back later, upgrade loops that keep you chasing the next improvement. And again, none of this is accidental. It's intentional design, because the goal isn't just to let you play once and leave. It's to keep you coming back. And over time, that changes how players interact with games. Instead of just jumping in for fun, it becomes more about routine. Roblox has always been a part of Roblox, but nothing is new. But what has changed is how often it shows up inside actual gameplay. Before, spending Robux usually meant optional things like cosmetics or extra content. Now, in many experiences, it's more deeply connected to progression, faster upgrade, convenience features, boosts, skips. Even if you never spent anything, you still feel its presence everywhere. That's a key difference. It's not about forcing players to spend. It's about making it part of an environment itself. And that subtly changes how people perceive progression in games. It's not just the games changing. The platform itself is evolving too. More systems are being introduced that separate experiences based on account settings, age, or access levels. Certain features aren't universal anymore, and that slowly changes Roblox from one unified space into something more layered. Almost like different versions of the same platform exist at once. Now, some of this is tied to safety and structure, which is understandable, but it also means that shared experience that Roblox used to have isn't quite the same anymore. The reason people are starting to notice all this now isn't because one big thing changed. It's because enough small things changed at the same time. And when that happens, your brain finally connects the dots. Individually, each update feels normal, but combined, they shift the overall identity of the platform. Roblox is still Roblox, but the way it's structured, played, and experienced is evolving into something more system-driven, more layered, and more designed around long-term engagement than pure randomness. And that's what the part older players are picking up on. Not that it's worse, not that it's better, just that it's different. So when people say Roblox doesn't feel the same anymore, they're not wrong, but it didn't change in one moment. It changed slowly over time through hundreds of small adjustments. And now we're at a point where the difference is noticeable enough that people are starting to talk about its more openly. The real question is, where does it go from here? Because whatever direction Roblox continues to move in, that's going to define what's the next generation of players experience on the platform. But what I want to know is what you guys think. Do you feel like Roblox has changed over time, or does it still feel the same to you? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.